Hello everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. Asterisk footsteps sounded. From afar, at first mixed with the wind, but growing clearer. I turned around, my heart pounding. From within the thick fog, a short figure gradually appeared. The red moonlight shone down, and I almost called out when I realized it was my grandmother. She leaned on a cane, her figure trembling but her eyes shining brightly. "John, I told you not to set foot on this path." Her voice was hoarse, but echoed through the forest like a verdict. I choked. "Grandma, why are you here? You have to save Emily. There is no other way." She looked at me, then at Emily, who was slumped against the tree with the black twist still deeply engraved on her neck. She shed tears, her voice choked. "I have lived my whole life with sin, John. I gave your father to Shadow back then, but only now do I understand. This ritual is not to protect the village. It is only a chain for the darkness to bind us." Shadow roared, its body expanding, covering the entire forest. Whispers rang out in unison. "Traitor, traitor." Dozens of childish figures approached, the circle of souls tightening around us. Grandma raised her spiral-carved staff high and slammed it down on the ground. A bright circle erupted, repelling the souls. "John, that knife must end the ritual right at the root where Shadow was bound. This tree struck by lightning. If you were brave enough, stab it straight into the heart of the earth at the base of the tree." I trembled. "But what if I fail?" She growled. "Then we will all lose. Not just Emily, but the whole village, you and me. But if we don't try, the ritual will continue forever." The wind howled. The children's cries were heartbreaking. Emily looked up, her eyes shining, but her voice filled with despair. "John, I'm scared." I clenched the knife tightly, feeling the blood still flowing from my hand, mixing with the ground. Shadow leaned down, the black void of his face close, as if to swallow me whole. I heard it clearly in my head. "Sacrifice yourself, John. It's the only way. Your blood will free your sister." She screamed. "Don't listen to it. It's just a cursed whisper. You must follow your own will, not the darkness." In that moment, I felt the world around me collapse. On one side was Shadow's voice, seducing me with sacrifice. On the other was my grandmother's voice, urging me to break the ritual. And right in the middle was the sobbing of Emily, the sister I swore to protect at all costs. I gathered all my strength, raising the knife high. The crimson moonlight shone straight down, making the blade glint like blood. I rushed straight for the tree, stabbing into the cracked earth between the two scorched trunks. The ground exploded, a white light tore through the night. Shadow's screams rang out, shaking the entire forest. The children's souls screamed, then dissolved into thousands of light spots that flew into the sky. Emily fell down, unconscious. The wound on her neck gradually faded. I sat down trembling, blood flowing from my hand. Grandma walked over, hugged my shoulder, her eyes filled with tears. "You did it, John." But when I raised my head, my heart suddenly turned cold. Shadow had not completely disappeared. Its body was broken, but a part of the darkness still crept into the tree, turning into a deep black crack. From there, the whispering voice still murmured, "Not finished." Grandma's face paled. No, the ritual was only temporarily sealed. It will rise again, stronger, more bloodthirsty. I looked at the black crack at the base of the tree, my heart filled with indescribable fear. I had freed Emily, but it seemed that I had also awakened something even more terrible. And then, from the darkness in the crack, a small, pale hand reached out, not shadows, but a child's. To find out whose mysterious hand reached out from the black hole, stay tuned for the next episode.